I hate it when people look at that screen instead of the... Anyway. Hey guys, welcome to this little video. I'm making a jig for cutting a 6-degree bevel at the table saw. Hey guys, so it's been a while since I did that snare drum video that completely failed and fell apart. My beard got shorter, my mustache got stuffed up and then grew back out a little bit. I just need to make a little jig that makes it so that that airplane, when it flies by, will cut perfectly identical staves every single time. The jig I made is this. Before I was able to make this jig, right, I had to first make this jig. Without further ado, let's jump into this. Probably won't use any of this. This is kind of crap, but one. Got the mini taper jig made. So now I need to start making all of the pieces that are going to go in here that are going to be cut down into little wedges. Essentially this.
Can you not throw your dirty old piss jugs around, please?
What do you know? All the same size. Drink water, cause it's good for your guts. Good boy, Zero. Alright, so what do we got? What do we got? We gotta get out into space. Extraction. God damn it. It's so far away. warm in here. Holy cow.
.84, 6 degrees exactly.
Woohoo!
Alrighty, I'll take it.
I whacked a bit of wipe on poly, the Minwax stuff, on the top simply because it's going to get a ton of abuse. So now it's kind of sort of starting to come together. So now I'm going to start working on the fence a little bit, right? I just used 12 mil chisel to kind of square off the ends of the roundy bits.
Not throw your dirty old piss jugs around, please.
Hey, Dad, got you some more piss jugs?
Oh, excellent, buddy. Right on, man.
That ain't straight. I went a little too far. Oh well. I'm okay with it. Right, pokey thing. Pokey thing. Don't have one of these, go get one of these. What? Can't see anything. One fence. Check. The fence itself is literally just a chunk of MDF. I painted black just because I wanted to get some paint on it, just to, so it wasn't MDF, didn't look like MDF, which is ugly as crap. I made it such that the toggle clamp itself fits set back from the edge just enough, but I also had to do these cutouts so that the miter, the T-track hold down clamp thingies would fit on the actual fence itself and not be hanging off the back of the jig. Speaking of which, these I also bought at Timbukon, and yes, I bought them. They are brilliant, and I'm surprised we haven't done a Cool Tool Tuesday on them yet. But I absolutely adore them. They have so many uses. I used them so many times in this jig. Even when I was still just putting it together, which is fantastic. Why do I always hit record before I get a glass of water? Okay, so. that not? That didn't record. Son of a damn it. Why didn't that record? Grr. Oh well. Alright, so now I gotta make a cut this way, right? But in order to cut all of this stuff off, I'm gonna have to take it, flip it over, angle the blade away 6 degrees or whatever. Yeah. Now that, if you watched this whole video all the way along, you might be kind of curious as to what the hell the point of this jig is. It is easier to get your table saw blade straight up and down than it is to get your angle exactly correct, right? It's very strange that way. There's so many more accurate squares than there are, say, 6 degree, you know, marking, bevel, whatevers. Very technical term there. So the way this works, it's got some wedges in the side, right, that make it so that the actual tabletop of the jig is angled, right? If you got the blade at 90, it holds it all straight and true. The idea was borrowed, I suppose you could say, from Fraser Murray up in Scotland. He has a similar thing, but he uses it on his router table with a flush trim bit. I adapted it to be used at the table saw, and I added the moving fence, right? So I can do different size drums and still have the same 30 stave shell setup. So the way this works, you just make sure your fence is set up that far away. Clunk. Check it on both sides because it's probably not going to be square. Right? Clamp that down. And if you're curious, I painted it black instead of orange because I ran out of orange paint. You put your first piece in here, clunk, right? Ta-da! And you hope your blade goes high enough, or else this'll be an accidentally terrible thing to make. Hooray! Did you see that? This moved in there. So I need more clamping force there. Okay. Okay, so there's one stave cut with a 37.5. A little bit bigger than I need, but this is actually literally just a test piece. The scrap I pulled out of the bin over there. Yeah, so this is hyper accurate, hyper repeatable, which is good. It'll help me run my shop more efficiently. It's fantastic. I absolutely love this jig. Yeah, whew. There we go. That was a long time coming, making this jig. I really like, you know, how it came up. I like that once it's all squared up on the edges, it looks quite slick. Actually, that edge isn't squared up intentionally. But this edge here is flat. I might have to add a fence this way, right? Just as a stopper for, you know, what's coming along, you know. But yeah, it's fantastic. I love that. I love the way the back end of it worked out. It's got the hardwood angled bits and then just a solid wall of ply other than that, you know. And I like that the bevel starts almost exactly where the T-track bottoms out. That was a complete fluke. I just think it looks cool. I like that there's a gap here. Just underneath here there's a little bit of yeah, so there you go. If you like what you see and this is your first time here, don't forget to share, like, and subscribe. I'm Phil Schinbein, and I now have 16 drum shells I need to make in the next 2 weeks. So yeah, wish me luck. It's still recording. Aw, you idiot.